Welcome back to the homestead. I'm back out here this morning and I've got the old 9N with me. We're going to see if we can't get a little bit of dirt work done on the outside of the foundation, clean it up a little bit, and try and get a place where they can deliver me some lumber to start doing some framing. So let me show you what I'm doing. Well, for starters, it's been a little while since I put a video out, so I've been able to get a little bit of work done out here. The pile of dirt that was between these two columns here is completely gone now, and the pile of dirt that was up here is almost completely gone. It did go from side to side, and as you can see, we just have a little bit left of that. But we've been getting a lot of rain that's kind of impeded my ability to finish that up. So still got a few piles of rocks in here that need to come out. There, a few of them there. And still have a few places where I need more fill dirt. I need to get a little bit more dirt in along this wall. A couple of the footers there I'd like to get just a little bit more dirt in between to round the grade out, and then between all these footers I'd like to get a little bit of dirt in. Along the inside of this rear wall, which is in the shadow right now, so it's not showing up really well, but I'd like to get just a little bit more filled in right there so I don't have any low spots. You can see some water standing right there because of a low spot, and that corner up there is really low. Unfortunately, the little bit of dirt I have left has got so much large rocks in it, it's not really suitable for that, so I'll have to bring some other dirt back in. I just want this dirt to go away. What I've been doing with that dirt is bringing it to this low wall and dumping it over with a wheelbarrow. And you can see now I'm running out of wall to dump. So I need to take the box blade and get that pulled away and smooth back down so that I can get the rest of this dirt out of the foundation. And then there's a little bit of dirt work. I'd like to pull some dirt up to the outside edges of these walls. It's going to be in the shadows, so it's not going to show up very well. Sorry about that, it's just not showing up. But at any rate, I'd like to get a little dirt pulled up to this eastern wall and a little bit to that northern wall. And there's a lot of rocks out to the front of the house that I need to get gathered up and put into one place so that as the grass starts growing around here, we can come through and cut it and it doesn't get so grown up while we're out here working. Sorry about all the wind noise, but it is very windy today. So we just want to kind of, in general, do a lot of cleanup. So let's see what we can get done. Well, as you can see, the 9N with the box blade on it is not doing a very good job at being able to get right up next to this wall. There's just too much play in the controls, and the box blade's not far enough out behind or to the side of the rear wheels to be able to get up close to it and control everything and keep from knocking into the wall, which I do not want to do. So it's time to get a shovel out and do a little of this by hand, get it farther away from the wall, and just use a 9N to rake it off. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got some pretty big rocks scattered out and about here in the front from where we dug the foundation out. And I'm just going to try and use the box blade to maybe gather up the majority of them into a pile so I don't have to pick them all up by hand. And I think what I'm going to do is try and pile them up all over here, kind of out of the way. Got a fair amount of them over here already, so might as well start a pile here and see what all I can get drug over to it, and then I can just cover that with plastic to keep the grass from growing up in it real bad, and come back with a front end loader and scoop them up and get them where they need to go. But for today, all I have out here is a box blade with the 9N, so I'll try and see if I can't clean some of this up to where I can cut it with the bush hog or finishing more over the summer so the grass doesn't grow up so much. So let's see how it turns out. Alright, the old 9N earned her keep today. I was able to get all the rocks picked up or collected up with the box blade and put it into 2 piles and kind of out of the way so I can keep most of the grass clipped around here, and just kind of cleaned up around the house site a little bit and finished shoveling the rest of the dirt out of the center of the house where the footers were dug. So let me show you what I got. Alright, so starting off at the back of the house here, there's the rest of the dirt that I just finished shoveling out of the house site, and I'll have to smooth that back down with the tractor. But for the most part, the interior of the house site is ready to go, and all the dirt that was up here in the front is now gone. Still got a couple of small piles of rocks that I need to move out, and I just want to rake it up and smooth it down as much as I possibly can. And then I still have to set the last 3 anchor bolts on the wall over here. Once those 3 anchor bolts there are set and the sill plates laid down, then we're ready to get the lumber in here and start working on the subfloor. So on the outside of the foundation, at the back of the house, I did get some of it moved, some of the excess dirt smoothed down, and where I can work back here a little better. And out to the side of the house here, we've got it all cleaned up. This is where I'll be probably having them to stack all of the 2x12s and decking that I order. All of the rocks and busted cinder blocks and washout from the mixer and everything, all that's gone now, and it's all smoothed down at least well enough that I can hit it with the bush hog and probably even hit it with the finishing more. And then around at the front of the house, it was really bad, but all those piles of rocks that were out here are gone, and everything is smoothed back down pretty well. You see, this is where I kind of tried to gather all the rocks up with the box blade, and I have to wait till I have a front end loader out here to clean all this up and get it moved out. And I've still got quite a bit of dirt on this other side, digging the footers out. It needs to go somewhere, and another really large pile of rocks there in the back. That needs to go away. But that's really probably more of a job for a front end loader than the 9N and a box blade. So that's going to stay there for a while, but at least we can walk around out here without twisting our ankles, and like I said, we can keep the grass cut. So I think it looks a lot better now than it did. So that's kind of where we're at now. Overall, it's been a pretty productive day. So everything up to this point has been extremely slow, from digging the footers to pouring the concrete to laying the blocks. The blocks took forever, and then having to do all this dirt work by hand. But like I said, we're just about ready to start doing the subfloor, and I think once we start doing the framing, things will start speeding up a whole lot. So stay tuned. See ya.